Hey, it's on. This is Lathaniel. Lathaniel's a DJ. Fucking badass DJ.
Try my best.
What was your DJ name?
Say Cheese.
Say Cheese. Just busted his first big show, right?
Yeah, here in Raleigh.
At Outpost.
Yep.
Outpost?
Yeah, Outpost.
How'd you get into DJing?
I started back in Boone, almost like 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Kind of was always scared of the idea, but went to my first concert, saw the Chainsmokers out in Charlotte.
That was your first concert?
Yep, the Chainsmokers.
Really?
2013, they played on my birthday for $11 a ticket.
Shut up. In Boone?
Yeah.
Was it a video?
No, it was in Charlotte.
It was in Charlotte.
It was at what is now the World, but it used to be the Label. Yeah, it was $11 to get in. Me and my roommates and a couple friends from back home all rode down there. Took a little bit of Molly, had a little bit of fun.
Yes!
And by the end of it, I knew that's exactly what I wanted. I'd always been scared of it, thought it was way too much involved, but after the end of that concert, I knew I was in love, and that's what I wanted to do forever.
The Chainsmokers got you into EDM.
The Chainsmokers actually dropped pretty heavy stuff, believe it or not. Believe it or not. It is not all love and sad songs.
Damn. That was your first concert ever?
Yes. Not even like, yeah, actually, that was my very first concert ever. Very soon after that, and I went to a couple of local shows that my friends were doing, but I never really thought it was worth taking off of work between paying for the ticket or taking off of work. I just didn't think going to a concert would be worth it. Might as well just work and make that money, but they played on my birthday, so
you just fuck it.
Yeah, I was already off. I had intention to throw in a house party.
2006 is what you said?
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Damn. So they weren't really big.
No, they just released Selfie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a Selfie tour.
God, am I that fucking old? I'm that fucking old, man. I'm 100% that fucking old.
Nowadays, their tickets run for like anywhere between $70 to $100, but back then, yeah, like they had just released their first big album. I never really thought they would have made it to where
blown like that.
Yeah, I never thought they would have made it the way they did, but
they have gotten.
And that was also a really inspiring point in my musical career.
Do you think it was inspiring because you're like high as fuck, or do you think it was inspiring because they were really good?
I think it's definitely more so because they're really good. Because I mean, even after the night was over, like I followed through with it. I felt it. I definitely felt that music in my bone after that. So, I mean, it definitely wasn't just the rolling.
No shit. Oh, so you're not from Boone though?
No.
From New Bern.
Yeah.
New Bern, North Carolina, not New Bern Avenue.
New Bern, North Carolina.
New Bern's like nothing out there, right?
Yeah.
It's towards the beach.
Yeah.
How'd you end up all the way in Boone?
My best friends that I graduated with, they were going to App, and they knew that I wasn't really doing anything around in New Bern, just sitting around working.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a plan, wanted to get my own place, and they were just like, well, we need a third roommate. And I was like, well,
shut up.
That's a fucking push right there. So, after 2 weeks after they asked me to be their roommate, they brought me some papers to sign, and then told me I had to save up rent, and it was very scary at first.
That first jump. Yeah. I remember my first fucking jump, man.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I was working a fast food job, so not really actually preparing myself to move on my own. I mean, those first 2 months up there by myself were terrible. Barely eating and
when I moved to Wilmington, I lived in my truck for almost 3 months.
Very similar situation.
Straight in my truck. Straight in my truck. People are like, where are you going? I was like, my truck.
Yeah, told my roommates I had my shit together, and then a week before rent due, I'm just like, hey guys, by the way, still haven't found a job.
So what'd you do in Boone?
After a month hiatus of not really knowing what I was gonna do, I ended up getting a job at Cracker Barrel, and I loved that job. And worked there for a while, and then doubled up at Applebee's. But
damn.
Really, I did the restaurant thing for a while, kind of just stacked my bread, and really I did the house party thing for a while. I loved supporting my friends DJ.
So your friend was a DJ?
Yeah, a couple of them were DJs, and I'd seen them at a couple house parties up in Boone, but that's it. Just a couple house parties. And
so you started on their stuff?
Yeah.
Like Tractor?
It started off actually on Ableton.
Wow.
Yeah, it started on Ableton. That night after the concert, my friend was more into producing. He was more into making songs, and he wasn't that much of a DJ, but he knew how to do it. And after that concert, I told him hey, I want to learn how to do it right now. And he told me, well, this isn't the most ideal way to learn, but I can show you on Ableton.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, exactly. So
I use Tractor a little bit. I love DJing. I play guitar, so like I don't know. I like just like the strings, you know. I guess I've dabbled in other things, drums and shit. But you can't really take a drum kit to the beach, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I can only name all the times I've been laid from playing music, like, is the life of a rock star. Which, ironically, the life of service industry is very similar to the life of a rock star, right?
Yeah.
So let me explain. The only like, you talk to so many people, everyone either really likes you or really hates you. The only exception is you're broke all the time, you drive a piece of shit car, and you don't tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like the rock star of the restaurant. No one knows the cooks' names, but people know servers' names and bartenders and the bouncers.
You definitely want to know the bouncers' names. You definitely want to know the bouncers' names.
So from Boone, you started DJing there.
Yeah. After fucking around in the house with my roommates, my friends, eventually on my birthday, I got asked to play a house party.
Was this like a year later?
Yeah, this was
no shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So reunion of the Chainsmokers. You're like
pretty much. It was a little like a collection thing. It's a couple of different birthdays. It was a couple of different first time performances too. Not only myself, but my roommate Andrew. That was his first time performing out in a bigger setting, and Arson Daly too. I don't know if you heard that name, but
wait, Arson or Carson?
Arson,
the guy, the radio guy.
I don't know if I know the radio guy.
He does like top 50 shit, I think. I could be wrong on this. He might have been Nickelodeon host.
Oh, okay, Carson. Okay,
it's different people.
Guy. No, different people.
Okay.
Arson Daly is a little band originated from Boone. Or some of the members started off from New Bern. I went to high school with them. That's kind of how we all got this little gig together. It was all of us having the same birthdays. All of us really like.
You have the same birthday as these guys?
Not the exact same,
but close.
Birthday, in the same area though. And
when's your birthday?
August 1st for me.
Oh, so you just had one?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, mine's like in.
Almost.
Mine's now. Hey, I'm 30. God, I'm old as
Happy
dirt.
birthday.
Hey, here, cheers. We made it. Done. Yes, Grandma, that was your vodka. I'm very sorry. I'll buy you more, I promise.
Yeah, that one party was kind of a coming out moment for all of us. You know, all we really did up until then.
So that was like your first show ever.
Yeah.
What was the house like? Was it like a frat house?
No, it wasn't. It was what they're really trying to do up in Boone, and now it's big. But they were really trying to do is promote underground people that are like really scared to put their music out, and people that are like feel dominated by the frat scene.
Yeah,
and
dude, I local artist, man. I fucking love them.
And now it's completely blown up in Boone ever since then. Ever since that night, I feel proud to be a part of it. But that was my first time playing in front of people. That was Arson Daly's first time playing in front of people. That was my roommate Andrew's first time.
Were you scared?
People. Oh, I was terrified. I was terrified.
Was there a moment where your fear went away?
Yeah.
Or were you scared to the whole thing?
No, years later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, years later. I mean, you coming into it, depending on the mindset you kind of come into it with, it kind of holds you back. And the mindset I went into it with was kind of, I need to impress everybody. I need to play the best tunes, I need everybody to rant and rave about this set by the time it's over. I need everybody to feel the way I felt whenever I left the Chainsmokers. And then I didn't realize until about 3 years ago that's not how the Chainsmokers came up. They came up more so in believing in themselves.
But that's cool, like, as an artist, that, like, you're not in it for, like, I'm going to be famous. Like, you're in it, like, I want people to feel...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is, like, how I feel. Like, when I draw dumb shit, like, I'm a fucking sucker for drawing, like, love notes for girls. And, like, they'll always have little hearts. But, like, it might not be the best freaking tattoo-looking heart, but it is, you know what I mean? And when they open up, they're like, oh, just like when you play your music or anyone, like, and, like, you... Even if you touch one person in a crowd, you know what I mean? You get that feeling, like, damn. And you might inspire them because, like... I bet you the Chainsmokers, like, in the most respectful way possible, don't know who the fuck you are. Definitely don't know who the fuck I am. But, hey, y'all made that. And he's still going strong.
3 years from now.
3 years from now. Wow, that's fucking cool, man. So, alright. So, you did that show, and then how many after that?
Not many. I mean, I played about 2 or 3 more house parties up at Boone.
Still using your boy stuff?
Yeah. Just using my roommate stuff. They're small little house parties, small little hippie house parties. I played about maybe 4 total. And they were just shittily planned little sets that I had put together, took me about 2 weeks to put together these terrible sets. I used to record them and be really proud of them. Not so much anymore now that I've made that progression since. But back then, you know,
anything. You know what I mean?
Felt like I was on top of the world planning these parties and just having that connection of being close to people, throwing on there to say, yeah, you know, you can go ahead and play, and like I'm just like, yes, you know, put a whole lot of effort into it, a lot more than I should have, just in the aspect that it's supposed to be a lot more heartfelt than it is, you know.
In like retrospect of everything, would you have told, if you could go back and told young DJ you anything, first house party, what would you say?
I'd say not to be so nervous about it, like, you know.
Oh, you would never listen to you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, nah, fuck you, bro. Like,
I've always been really confident in my music. I've always been, ever since high school, you know, whenever I'm listening to music, I've always been like, I'm pushing what I listen to among people, even though it's new, even though it's not necessarily heard of. But I lost that when I started DJing. I felt like I had to play this, I felt like I had to play that, I felt like I had to really brand myself a certain way, and then
play something people wanted to hear.
Nowadays I realized that like I was not really branding myself, I was branding what I listened to. So even though like when I was at home and comfortable with my roommates, I was playing shit that like, you know, they told me to go play out in front of people, but in front of people I had this whole like program set. Like, I was
trying to copy it.
Yeah, which is pretty much like rips from, you know, like the posted sets from Electric Zoo 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, like
wow.
I would take my favorite parts of my favorite sets and I would kind of just like throw it all together, and I mean it is something to be proud of. It is creative in an aspect, but as far as like taking songs and putting my own twist on them, I wasn't doing that back then. And I think that's what made me so nervous about it. That's why I didn't feel super comfortable about it, but I loved playing music. And it was a really clashing moment for me in Boone, because when I played in front of people that I didn't know, I felt like I had to do these things. But then again, when I was playing at home, I was like doing whatever I wanted, and like I loved it. So playing in front of people, I'm nervous, I'm shaking, I can't drink because I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
My anxiety's getting to me. But I know I still love it because when I get home after said
you get that buzz.
Yeah,
you know?
I get home and I'm just like, man, like I played out that set that I've been practicing for 2 weeks perfectly, even though I'm kind of iffy about it. Like, let me play some random stuff, and I loved coming off of it off the top of my head, feeling it, you know, like being a situational DJ. So when I started playing again back home, after I lived in Boone for about 3 years, I moved back home to New Bern, and I finally got booked for a gig there. And started getting into the process of like, let me plan a show out and like play this song back to back to back with this song, and you know, do this exactly to a cue perfectly. And that very first set that I played out in New Bern, I actually messed up in the beginning, and that caused me to kind of freestyle the rest of it, and it terrified me. And that split second, that split second where I realized that the rest of my planned set wouldn't work out. Like, it's the only time ever. Because at this point, any set that I've ever played is a planned set. So, I mean, this is the first time ever that I've messed up in the beginning of a planned set.
How far in the beginning?
Oh, you're talking like 7 minutes. I mean,
shut up. How long? How long of a show?
It's an hour set.
Oh, bro.
Actually, in New Bern, I was playing 2-hour sets. In Boone, I was playing hour sets. So in New Bern, I'm playing 2-hour sets. And I just turned 21. So this is why I had messed up, because I was drinking beforehand, you know, trying to calm my nerves.
Yeah.
And my first time DJing in front of people, didn't realize how much that'd get to me.
So how many people do you think?
It was about 30, 40 people.
It's still a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. At a bar, like, nobody's really paying attention, but you want them to because it's your first time. You want to get booked again. And, you know, after like 7 minutes in, I kind of just fucked up. Well, I thought I was fucking up, and kind of just had to go off on a limb. And like the very first 3 minutes of going off on a limb, I'm kind of like super iffy about it.
Yeah, what's going to fit?
Not really feeling it, only because it's not what I plan to do. But the more I kind of go into it, the more I flow with it. And then every time I look up and like people are vibing, and it's just like, you know what? Let's play off of them.
Yeah, like, where are they going?
Let's play off of them.
Okay.
I mean, like, I think what stemmed my lack of confidence in my mixing was more so, do I know how to DJ if I don't practice these transitions for 2 weeks until I play them? Like, do I really know what I'm doing?
Yeah, so improvise on spot.
Yeah, so when I got forced into that position where I had to do it on spot, and then I started, like, I mean, you do it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not a long time, but 5 minutes.
Yeah, it feels DJing, like years.
5 minutes of DJing and like nailing transitions of things that you haven't practiced. Like, you feel on top of the world.
Yeah.
So like that. I mean, that was one of the defining moments where I was like, you know, maybe this is more so what I should do. But even still, so after that, I mean, I played after that first one. I played every weekend after that. And for a while,
same bar, different bars.
2 different bars. I bounced back and forth. But
do you have fans?
Yeah.
No shit, bro. That is the most humbling fucking feeling in the world.
And it really only started because like I progressively started getting more comfortable with myself. Like even after that first show, when I realized I could freestyle, I still didn't really want to. So I got booked to play every weekend after that. So I'm still planning things, in between work and sleeping and going out. Like I'm still planning a set to have for that weekend. So I'm still doing it, kind of going off whenever I'm playing these planned sets. I kind of like stem off and like don't play exactly what song I'm going to play. So I'm still kind of venturing out, but I'm still really just planning a set. And then it kind of just got to the point where it was like, I had one night. I specifically remember which night it was. I wasn't supposed to play. It was a very stormy right off the coast. We get really bad storms out there. And I went to a music festival. And then I went to a concert the week after, so I pretty much went 2 weeks without playing. And then the third week, I went in there with like this whole planned set, just like my regular house set. And this is actually when I first started transitioning into dubstep. But I went in to this set planning to play a house set, just like I've been doing.
What are you playing? Like top 50, top 100?
Top 50, but remixes, like house remixes.
Yeah.
Like throwing some.
What was popular back then?
Back then, it was kind of Rihanna, like Umbrella.
Okay.
That One Dance, Drake, back when Drake was really coming up.
Oh!
Yeah.
What happened to Drake?
What?
What happened to Drake? I'm sorry, bro. Where you at, man?
You lost it.
Oh, love for your old shit, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
A lot of love, dude. There's some times, like, I have enemies. I have a lot of enemies.
And one thing that never fails is the 2000s, between the 2010s range. Like, and
what a big jump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2010s, you put a house beat over any of those songs, like, people love it.
Yeah.
People love it.
So, like, there's a lot of people, like, my generation. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so I'm 30 as of 10 minutes ago. I hang out with a lot of
Happy birthday!
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, all my crew, like where I grew up was with, like, 90s and stuff, and, like, I bartend at a place called Architect, and like you said, you read the people dancing, you know what I mean? And when you get an older crowd in there, older as in me, they'll drop some shit, like in the club from 50, out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Or, like, put it in your mouth, like, with a house beat to it, and people are like, yo, it's like, or like when P.D. Pablo was big, like, good God, that was forever ago.
That's one of my favorite things to do. I love that variety jump. And I love having friends of a whole wide range of variety, because I can literally talk to some of my older friends and just, like, gather inspiration of just, like, joining them on a night out. And just listen to some of the older tracks that I genuinely love. I never really thought, like, hey, actually, this track right here, I could really, like, slide in with something.
Man. So... Other than alright, so Chainsmokers started you.
Yes.
Biggest inspirations: rap, rock, reggae, dubstep. What do you got?
Biggest inspirations. Now, do you mean as far as?
Well, how about musically? Maybe like even like historically, like what pushes your music the way you want it? Like, what do you think about? Like, I'll put it this way: when I play guitar, I think of a lot of like punk rock. I love punk rock, a lot of ska and old school rock. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Honestly, sounds like a really strange combination. Stay tuned. It's really strange combination. A combination of between the 60s and 70s.
Really?
And your 2010.
It's like swing.
Emo pop.
Really?
Emo. That's really what drove my love of music. It's for me in high school I learned how much that music really moved me in my screamo. What they say, the screamo emo phase. My scene phase, my
Taking Back Sunday, Panic at the Disco kind of shit.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes.
A Word Alive, all of that.
Damn, bro, really?
Oh yeah. And I come from a town where being myself, being black, it's like it's hard to listen to this kind of music and not be judged all the time. So that's kind of where I found I started recognizing my drive of music.
Yeah.
Because, I'd like. Starting off, when I started finding it, when I found "Pray for Plagues" by Bring Me the Horizon, that song really changed.
Everyone has that
because I
that
knew,
guilty pleasure.
I knew it was something about music that was pushed on me that I didn't like. All my friends, where I grew up, like my friends are pushing all these rap songs on me, and I'm just like, for some reason I don't like it. For some reason, it's just it's not me. It's not me. And then I had some random kid just in my apartment complex. We happen to be neighbors. He saw me teaching myself how to skateboard. Came and taught me a couple tricks and invited me back to his house for a drink. and he showed me a Bring Me the Horizon song, and I was just like, I like this.
Yeah.
Nobody shows me music like this.
Yeah.
People keep on showing me Soulja Boy songs.
Yeah. Bro.
It's like, I mean, in this day now, like, I realize the potential of those songs to do with what I want to do with them now. But back then, when they were just those songs, it wasn't what I wanted out of music. And I didn't really care too much for music.
Yeah. No. I understand.
When I started finding that heavy metal, that emo, that, you know, that constant kick, that constant snare.
Yeah.
When I started finding that is really when I started, like, finding my love of music. And then when I stopped being ashamed of it after a while, after a couple of years of listening to it, finding new bands and showing my friends that like this kind of music, showing them new bands. Like, I mean, I'm not even ashamed of this music anymore. I love it. I'm embracing it.
Isn't it such a weird thing to be embarrassed of what you listen to?
It was back then, and I feel like it's terrible. And I hope, like, nobody ever feels that way now. Because, like, I used to feel, you know, really bad. I would sit at the back of the bus, and I would play these songs, and I'd sit there and, like, listen to Taking Back Sunday on repeat.
Yeah. Bro.
Asking Alexandria on repeat.
Bro! You know, they're playing up in Virginia, like, next week.
Oh, yeah. I really want to take time out and go to one of those shows. I just haven't yet.
Bro, I never knew you were in punk rock like that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's what I grew up on, like No Effects and like the emo stuff really got to me. Like who's Cute Without the E? Who the fuck sings that? Oh God.
Cute Cat.
Death Cab for Cutie. No, is it? No.
Yeah,
I think I might be wrong on that.
No, you're 100% right.
Is that what it is? Yeah, dude. That song right there. Oh God, like I've had multiple.
Curves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so like that song hits me harder, and it hits me harder as I get older because I understand the lyrics more. Like I thought I was like a little emo kid growing up, but then like I really had some girl really fucking rip my chest, like hard on my chest, and then you're like, oh, I get it, dude.
Exactly.
And they like, how old do you figure they are? Like when we were younger, so we had to hit this at the same age, or not same age, same time, because that's when all was coming out.
Oh yeah.
They were probably in their late 20s, mid 20s, early 30s. So they've definitely went through it. And now that we're getting to that age, you know what I mean? Now we're speaking to the younger generation, and they want to vibe to it, but they'll go back later in time.
I don't think they ever would have thought that their music gave a lot of the people the impact that it did.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of electronic music is stemmed from that genre of music.
Really?
Oh, Death Cab for Cutie, Icy Stars.
Really?
Icy Stars is big in it right now.
No shit. What's the Asian dude with long hair? He cakes people.
Oh, Steve Aoki.
So he originally started in a screamo band. Heard that on Joe Rogan.
We all know.
Oh
Skrillex.
God,
we all know Skrillex.
I have the CD somewhere in a CD binder.
Honestly, I loved from first to last song. I mean, like what
was your biggest guilty pleasure that you didn't want people to hear you listening to back then?
Back then?
Mm-hmm.
The whole genre, but
everything.
Kellen Quinn.
Really?
Kellen Quinn. Yeah. A lot of people judge me for that one, but he was an acoustic guy. He sang by himself. But what he sang about, and then even when he would venture out and he would beatbox on his songs, and just this is the time. Not that I knew at that time like what I was feeling, but it was definitely a love of the music. It was a love of the feeling. It was a love of the passion that we were putting into vocalism. I mean, I started off playing trumpet back when I was in middle school too. So I'd already had the beat like instilled in me. So
yeah,
when I found this genre of music that was just pure love, that was pure feeling, that was like pure from the hate, or not from the hate, from the heart.
A lot of good music comes from angry people. A
lot of that screamo music was from the hate, you know. But
so check this out. Complete opposite from me. I grew up in the ghetto a little bit, right? So I was growing up. I wasn't ever like a Soulja Boy fan, but I was really big into Eminem.
Okay.
Eminem a lot. Biggie, Tupac. That was my shit growing up, and like this is. Someone's gonna hold this against me. Please don't look up middle school pictures. But I used to wear like white tees and baggy gym shorts all the time. And I skated though. Like I loved punk rock and I loved rap. And then Linkin Park was like that first band for me that just took both those genres and just like fuck the world. And like I mean Chester big. I love Chester. Yeah. Wait, what are that?
That was my mom's favorite band. He's also a big influence on me.
Who's the guy that rapped in that band? He did.
Definitely couldn't tell you his name. But I even knew that. I was just like, for some reason, this rapper guy, I'm more into the Chester part.
Yeah, I was the same way. But I mean, like, he did have some good lyrics. You know, I'm a hardcore lyricist. There it is. Whoops. All right, it's my birthday. Let me be and get drunk. But that's why I'm such a big fan of Eminem and a lot of old Jay-Z.
The Blueprint too.
Oh
the Blueprint
God.
too.
The Blueprint.
Jay-Z, come back, bro.
Album of all time. Album of all time. Like that album actually.
Was that the one with Brush Your Shoulders Off?
Or
or was that after?
No, I think that was after.
But Jay-Z was fucking killer. Even Lil Wayne back in the day was taking everything someone did and made it better, but then he just fell off. I mean, but on the other side of Lil Wayne, if you make a bazillion songs, something will go right. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, Lil Wayne is like a pure example of what terrifies me, of what comes with like mixing your love of music with the fame.
You ever see him skateboard?
Oh,
bro, it's so bad. We'll look it up later after this. You'll be like, damn, bro, like.
It sounds like a nightmare.
But like, I really liked the Linkin Park thing a lot, and then like a lot of bands try to mimic it. Maybe not mimic it. Maybe Linkin Park mimicked it. But like, what was it? Limp Bizkit tried to do it. You know, there's something about that really grungy guitar though. You know what I mean? Where like it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when it has like the kid with like the hair covering one eye. Panic at the Disco is another one.
That's been a big influence on me lately. It's which is why I love like my roller coaster story of where I started from in music and like the things that I've gone through to get to where like I am now and in making music. Not really emotional making music, but mixing music. But one of my big influences right now is that grunge, that throwback, that screamo, emo style. Like
There's a lot of people that say they like it though. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like in general that like it's like you know you meet these people that wear Nirvana shirts and they're like I'm like well all right name a couple songs. They always name the cliche shit.
No.
You know, but they can never name like the other shit.
That's what's so hard about pop culture though. It's like I mean like I wish people would recognize that. You know like I am big on it. I will wear something kind of more so for the image, but like, I won't like sell it in my speaking. You know? Yeah. I'll if I wear a Nirvana shirt because I do have one for the pop culture aspect, but it's like people ask me about Nirvana, I cannot disrespect Nirvana and what they did.
Dude, Kurt Cobain was nuts, dude.
Yeah.
He was all fucked up, and like I feel like a lot of music comes from drugs. You know, it strives from like three things, right? It's either anger, a woman, which can be the same, or drugs.
Which can be the same.
You know what I mean? Yeah, drugs can be, they can all be intertwined some way, shape, or form. And like, it's so crazy how everyone's so mainstream. You know what I mean? Like, and it's changing because things like Spotify and Pandora now exist. When we were younger, it was whatever was on the radio. And before Kaza, is there anything before Kaza? Was LimeWire before Kaza?
I don't know what Kaza is.
It's when you can illegally download. Don't do this. It's illegal. I never did this, but if I were to, as I was younger, download songs illegally, you would never know. You'd only hear like one song or two songs from Blink, and then you could buy their whole album, and like no one's ever heard half those songs. You know what I mean? Same thing with Nirvana. People just know what was played on the radio. No one knows the rest of their songs. Or like even the Chainsmokers. Like, does anyone know all their songs? You know, yeah. But on the radio. If you didn't have any access to music except the radio, you know what I mean? You'd only know half your shit unless you saw them live.
I'd be so sad because even with Blink, like finding the band or finding the band, musician, anything, the artist, the favorite TV show, like that's one thing. But diving into it and really like starting to pick it apart and like really starting to relate elements of it that really pertain to you, because when you find something you really like, it's one thing just to really like it, and that's why a lot of people just like let go of things they really like. But when you find something that you really like, when you start like picking it apart and like connecting it to you, that's when like you know you're building a true connection to it.
I feel like you made it when people are copying your songs. You know what I mean? Like people are like that's you're stealing music. I'm like, it's only stealing if you've claimed to made it. But like I feel like flattering it. Like, if you copy someone else's stuff, not like, if you copy it verbatim, like playing music or whatever, or playing on piano, it's like the most flattering form to me. Like, if I ever heard anyone play a song that I wrote, even if they play it better than me, I'm going to be like, damn, bro, you took the time to listen to my shit and learn it.
And that is one thing that, I will always be very strong on, because I hate seeing all these like lawsuits come up, and I hate seeing big companies really have heavy restrictions on music sharing, on like sounds.
How can you own a sound?
Yeah, like I mean, like if you name your song the wrong thing and try to post it on SoundCloud these days, it's like, you know, like your whole account could be deleted.
Really?
So, yeah, exactly. And my thing, which I mean,
left to right.
I left. I can't really say I've put out too many tracks to really complain about something like this, so I can't really relate because I'm not that kind of person that's putting out constant tracks. But if I were, I feel like if I put out something, if somebody like felt the need to take it and to make it their own, I feel like that's like
that's a moment, right?
Yeah, like that's a flattering thing.
It's like someone taking a picture of you.
Like, I mean, even if you change one aspect of the song, like,
make it your own.
Yeah, that's something like that you took the time to criticize. Because I've heard songs before that I'm just like, I don't care about it. You know, I could care less for it. But then again, I've heard songs where I'm just like, you know what, I like this, but I could do this. So I mean,
or they could have went here with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm gonna go here with it.
And
you know.
And I think that is art form. You know, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes the same to like how close are you to copying something? Like if someone painted a picture with only purple, for instance. Right? And they painted a boat with purple. But then you painted a bird with only purple. Are you copying them? Are you really like, you know what I mean? Like, you use the same color, true, but did you, like, I mean, how close is copying?
Exactly.
There was a big thing with Led Zeppelin back in the day with Stairway to Heaven. They were like, they copied the song verbatim, and I was like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's damn close. Don't mind us. He's worked all day. I've worked all day. We're both fucking tired. Like, oh, speaking of which, I've been trying to get Lathaniel on here for fucking. This man works 7 days a fucking week. This is a fucking real treat to have this motherfucker on.
Sorry, I wanted to be here for a while.
Oh no, it's good. No, like everyone understands that everyone has a life. You know what I mean? Like, this is just shits and giggles. But I mean, I don't really know how many people watch this shit, and like. I've had people come up and get me up on your podcast and stuff, but like that means they watched it. You know what I mean? And to me, that's fucking flattering. You know what I mean? But
and that's what it is. I mean, this is also an art form, you know.
But I mean, like for 100%, like y'all check out in the links below. I'll put it in the end too. You have Instagram and all that good stuff.
Yes.
I will tag everything. You'll find this man. I promise you will.
Not hard to find.
Definitely not Newbern.
Not at all. Not at all in Newbern.
Do you miss anybody in Newbern, like the clubs or anything? You should at least tell where you played.
Yeah, so I started off at Beartown Market. How did it happen? Let's see. Where do I start the story from? So I moved from Boone. Very sad situation. It's a very hard place to live if you're not going to school. It's very bad weather if you just rely on working all the time.
It's ice.
So
yeah, and the roads are this big.
It's ice, and if you want a consistent job, your job is going to work throughout the ice or throughout the snow. So
don't deliver pizzas.
Yeah, one thing I never really took into consideration. I was never an official student. So I ended up wrecking my car a couple times throughout the winter.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Same car?
Same car. No, she was a trooper. Actually,
What'd you have?
A Kia Sorento.
Oh,
yeah, but
hashtag Kia.
Seriously, Kia, you are making a good product. Thank you, Kia.
What'd you hit?
Like, trees, rocks. To start, ice. It was never a drunk driving, texting and driving situation. The roads are so small up there. Ice is over so quick. Such high elevation. It's just not a safe place to drive. Whenever they tell you not to drive in Boone, do not drive. If anybody watching,
and there's nothing there, right?
Go to Boone.
It's like Boone,
much nothing, but
Banner Elk,
and
where's Beach? Beach is down there somewhere.
Beach Mountain.
That's it. That's all there is. And then miles of nothing. Christmas tree farms.
But when they tell you not to drive, that is the best thing to do. But also in that same aspect, there are very few places that stay open. I was employed at one of them, so I always at least had to make an attempt to go to work. Long story short, wrecked my car a lot of times, and decided to go back home. Where the weather is nicer. I had a job opportunity.
Except for hurricanes.
Yeah, except for hurricanes.
Man, you just went right out of the freezer into the frying pan, literally.
Well, honestly, in that time, if you're from New Bern or the area of Greenville, Moorhead, up until Florence, hurricanes are not that bad. All it means is 3 days off. You know, loss of power, but the weather's not too bad. And
There was nothing really to destroy.
Yeah,
Like chicken farms, right? A lot of chicken farms
I
out
mean,
there.
pretty much. And
Hurricane comes through, thousands of chickens
every house
dead.
down there is so old. Like, I mean, the structure that they used to make houses back then are meant to last. So, like, the hurricanes down there before Florence were a cakewalk. All you had to deal with was just loss of power for a couple of days. I think the longest we went without power in my, full on 17 years of being there was 5 days. We went 5 days without power.
And it's pretty flat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very flat. Versus Boone, which is just hills everywhere.
Exactly. So I mean, it was never really too bad. So I decided to go back home after all the snow and everything in Boone.
And you started working at this club. How did you end up at this club? How did this initially happen?
How did it start? I don't know how I found this bar. I stumbled into. Oh, okay, actually, yes, I do. I was working at a restaurant. I moved back home at the age of 20. I moved back home to New Bern at the age of 20 after wrecking my car a few times. And my mom was a manager at the nicest restaurant in town. A nice 4-star little place. She got me a job there, so right off gate, I started making a lot of money being there. And I turned 21 about 6 months later, and was introduced to a place called the Harvey Mansion. Harvey Mansion.
There's a bar?
It was a bar. It was a bar. It was a college. It was a hospital at one point. This building.
God, it sounds like a strip club.
It was built in the 1800s. It should have been.
Oh, yeah.
And
We're going back.
And it's been bought again, so stay tuned for the Harvey Strip Club. Stay tuned.
Episode 2.
But back then it was built in the 1800s. But I mean, it's lived a lot of different lives. But back then, when I was first turning 21, it was just a bar. And that's where I was taken on my 21st birthday. And it was a beautiful little dive bar, dollars on the wall, close little community. I mean, New Bern's a really small town. Everybody knows everybody. So it was a really nice little community. Nice turning 21 and getting into.
Yeah, getting in the bars legally.
But as far as DJing goes, actually there was a bar right up the street. It did not start at the Harvey. I did make my way back at the Harvey, but I did not start. The Harvey was the prestigious place in the town. If you've been in the town, that does not mean much. Prestigious in that town is, the Harvey was a basement bar, so that is prestigious bar in this town in this moment. So, they already had an established DJ. They already had an established system. You don't just walk to the Harvey and get a job bartending or DJing. It's kind of like,
you have to know somebody.
Yeah, exactly. So after about a year being 21, drinking around town, bouncing back and forth between the only 3 bars around town, I got really close with one of the bartenders right up the street at Beartown Market, also known as Butt to Mouth. But Beartown Market.
Oh, BTM. Okay, I see. All right. Yes.
I call it BTM. I started getting close with one of the bartenders. She was a really good friend. She always looked out for me. I was still new to being legally allowed to drink, so I'd go out and get wasted. And the only place I knew that I'd be safe is going
down
to
be 21 again.
Going down to BTM. She always got me home. She always made sure all my tabs were paid. She made sure I didn't get any fights.
What was your name?
Trisha. Shout out Trisha. I'm sure you will watch this. She is my #1 biggest fan. She got me my first show in New Bern.
Really?
She's the whole reason I am where I am now. And
is that how you got your first show?
Yes.
No shit.
Got really close with her. Of course, after hitting on her for a while, never to any success, but she always looked out for me. Even though I'd get drunk and flirt with her all the time, she always made sure I was okay. She was my soccer mom, is what I would say.
Okay.
She is my soccer mom.
She drive a van?
She used to. Ran to a Mini and now a Ford Fusion. So
okay,
she's still riding the mom.
Yeah, okay.
After a while of being her regular, I started getting drunk and telling her about my music in Boone and how I missed it, and she started telling me how her current DJ was charging her up to $800,
Jesus.
to play the top 40. That's what wedding DJs do, though. Respect your grind.
Dude, yeah, no, that is some shit, dude. I worked at a bar, wedding DJs. It's
you are making somebody's special day.
Holy
special
shit!
Thing, that is like.
Yeah, but if I hear "Sweet Caroline" one more fucking time, I swear to you, I'll tear your fucking head off.
I'm over it. But in a wedding situation, I understand.
Yeah, all the moms are drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think it's gonna be like when we're parents?
God, I'm sorry, wedding DJs. You'll be out of business when I get married, because it is going to be straight dubstep from then on. Sorry, just. No more of the top 40 stuff.
So you played at BTM first?
Yes. I got the booking after.
What'd she pay you versus $800?
So actually, she paid me $300 off the gate and a free part tab. That was what it took.
At 21, how much could you possibly drink?
Oh yeah, I mean not that much. I mean like $50.
Yeah.
But also, like, in a place like this where everybody's established, where, like, there's this one way at the highway, I mean, this guy'd been DJing there for years. So, I mean, to get this opportunity was, like, truly a blessing.
Was he pissed? Is there beef between DJs like that?
No, because, I mean, he had so many other bookings. Like, this whole company, like, they kind of just ran the whole DJ scene for a while. I'm actually, like, very proud to say that I kind of showed up and rattled their scene. Because,
no shit.
Everybody booked them. They won New Bern Sun Journal every year, best DJ service every year. Every year they won it up until that 1 year.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
I didn't win.
Dude, I'm still with a legend.
I ran that boating down to a very small boat. Static Cheese was up there. He was up.
No shit.
Yeah, but I mean, they were running the scene. I mean, DJs in New Bern, everybody kind of wanted something new, but they didn't really know what. And I'm really lucky, happy to be a part of bringing that new vibe too. But yes, she gave me my first booking. She told me if I took that pay cut and I brought my own equipment, that I would be I'm in there. So
were you gonna say no either way?
I mean, well,
what if they offered you $100? You still probably would have done it, huh?
Yeah, I probably would have done it. But the thing was, I had no equipment at this time.
Oh shit, that's right, because you're using your boys.
Back to the beginning of the story, when I was in Boone, I was using my boys' equipment. So I mean, I had this nice restaurant job, of course, but I mean, am I gonna make enough in this amount of time to get the equipment? Probably not, but...
Well, you end up buying, like, secondhand stuff, or...?
No, I actually, I never thought I thought the odds of them booking me are slim to none, so... I mean, I was already kind of saving money up for it, but I didn't think they'd ever actually follow through with it. You know, in my experience, a lot of people kind of just let me down. So, I mean, she'd been telling me, she's been talking about me, she's gonna get me booked, you know, she's trying, and I was like, alright, whatever.
Yeah, it might happen.
I'm used to this, and then she
people talk
shit.
And
she was like, hey, you're playing Halloween. They're not like... No, it wasn't. Actually, I didn't play Halloween. That wasn't my first one. It was just the biggest one I did there. But that first one, she was like, hey, you're like... I told him you're playing. And she said... Or I said, I don't really have the stuff to do it. She was like, well, you kind of got to find it because I talked you up. Like, I told him,
you kind of got to do it.
I told him about the pay cut. He was tired of paying the guy almost $1,000. Like, I mean, come on. Like,
so I'm super ignorant. How much is decent? Not like good, but like bare minimal DJ equipment cost.
So I could have gotten away with buying a second-hand board for $650.
Jesus, really?
I learned in Tractor. From Ableton, I went to Tractor. So, of course, you know, in this last-minute situation, I wanted to get something. I probably could have gotten something in Serato for about $500 with that kind of program. But I've already learned in Tractor. I've practiced in Tractor. That's what I play these house parties in. Mm. And they're based off of Ableton. So if I'm going to get one, I need to shop in this range. I'm making enough at my job, but, like, I'd be really cutting it close.
Yeah.
I'd be really cutting it close.
How close? Within $50, you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had to pay for express shipping because I waited so late to get it, but it came in. I got it running like 2 days beforehand, and I got to play on it. And the first one crashed.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, the first two crashed, but it was a sound system. Obviously, I just spent $1,200 on a.
You bite your nails?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, the second one I ended up like I just walked out of. It was just like a real defeating moment. The first one I did, I played for about an hour and a half.
Wait, the first DJ you did, you just walked out of?
Yeah, no. It was the second one I walked out of.
You just walked out of the bar?
Oh yeah, I just walked out.
Take your stuff and left?
No, I didn't even take my stuff. I just walked out. I gave up on it. I was just like, no, it's not. Obviously, it doesn't work for me. Like, it was a sad moment because obviously I had my practice. I played the house party.
But that's important though, because if you don't have your failures, you know.
Exactly. But I didn't know that at that point. I'm in a moment right now where I've done the house parties. Everything's worked. It's
the end of my life kind of shit.
Yeah, like I've never been in charge of the equipment, and I didn't take into aspect. It might not work.
So you never set up it before that.
Yeah. So this was my first time.
So you had to set everything up.
Play. Like,
and then break everything down.
Exactly.
And you left everything there?
No, so the first time I did it, I was playing off of a friend's equipment. He said he was a sound guy. So he told me exactly what I had to do to set up, and I set it all up the way he did and the way he told me to. And I played it for about an hour and a half, and it just started cutting in and out, and I started clipping, and it felt like I was blowing the system, and I just turned everything off, and I was just like, all right, well, I mean, you only paid me for about 30 more minutes, so like, how about I paid my bar tab. take the
Yeah.
pay, and then like we called it even there. So yeah, okay, well you did good. See you next weekend. I was like, fair enough.
See you next weekend. So you couldn't have done that bad.
No, so the next weekend is the one that I walked out on. It was
Oh shit.
yeah, I played for about 20 minutes, and it started clipping, it started cutting.
What do you mean by clipping?
It turned out to be the sound system. I was playing on a sound system built in the 90s. It was my buddy's parents, like old school band.
So going from like tape player to CD player kind of shit.
Yeah, like pretty much, and it was just, and I didn't realize I don't know too much of the technical aspect of it. So I'm thinking it's me. I'm thinking it's I'm DJ. I'm just a bad DJ. Like whatever I'm doing, it's just fucking everything up. I'm just gonna sell the board back. I have the warranty on it. Just give it.
Really? You were at that point?
Well, I was like, there's no way they're gonna book me again. I just fucking everything started popping 15 minutes until I started playing. Like,
yeah.
Everything's popping, like popping.
The speakers are popping.
Yeah, it sounds like something's about to catch on fire. Like it's scary sounding. Is that I just like cut everything. And then my buddy's just like, don't worry, I'm gonna try some things to fix it. And I'm kind of like sitting there like pouting in the corner like, no, it's my fault, no. And he's just like, no, let me try a couple things. And he tried a couple things, and I played it for about like 20 minutes, and I started doing it again, even worse. And then I just I just spun out of it. I just spun out of the track I was playing, and I cut all the volume out, and I was just like, dude, sorry for making you bring your equipment out. Fuck this, fuck everything. Like I shouldn't have even tried. I'm just I'm a house party DJ. Like that's it. Like I need to stick.
Yeah. I gotta stay away from clubs.
And come to find out, like a week later, it was just the equipment. But I mean, that whole week, I'm just like
the devastating moment, dude.
So,
I've had moments like that. Don't worry.
They went for a week without a DJ, and then they tried to book the other guy. The other guy had a wedding, so they were just like, hey man, like
come back and blow my speakers again.
Well, they said if you want to come back, if you bring your own speaker set up, you can try something else. So I told them like. Afterwards, I was like, hey man, like I'm pretty sure it's me, but it could have been speakers, but I don't know. So just keep that in mind if you don't want to book me again.
Yeah.
But they ended up going for it. They tried it, and they told me they would pay for the speaker rental, but all they pay me is for my bar tab. So I mean, kind of shitty.
Fair
but
enough.
Let's see if I can do it.
Being that you walked out the week before, 2 weeks before.
Let's see if it's me. Let's see if if I can actually keep a vibe that's not people that know me that are just really just kind of standing here to make me feel better.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do it. And that very next weekend, I did it, and it was fucking awesome. And
so third time there.
Third time.
No shit. Damn, bro. So that one went cakewalk.
Yeah, cakewalk. I mean,
how'd you feel walking out of that building that night?
Still had my criticisms, but I mean that's any artist.
Yeah.
That's any artist.
Oh yeah. You're always gonna be your
you are your biggest critic.
Sometimes. Every now and then you'll meet some motherfucker. The only thing I gotta say about critics that is real talk, if you can't do it better than me, shut your fucking mouth. Like, that's some real shit, dude. Like and I'm not trying to sound cocky. If you can do it better than me and you wanna talk shit, I am 100% down, just show me what I'm doing wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I wanna know like why is this failing for me?
If you're going to tell me I'm wrong, please show me why. Because that's one thing I dealt with a lot. That's one thing that's kind of I'm proud of to where it put me at now. Coming up at a bar where I started DJing, BTM, New Bern, you're talking like really old style, like one style of music. DJ better play top 40.
Yeah.
None of that remix bullshit. I really made a scene for that remix kind of style music, and I'm super proud of that.
So what was your crowd like?
It started off with a lot of people coming up, Copperhead Road.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I guess it's really New Bern.
Let's not list all the line dances. If you can think of a line dance, I actually play every 15 minutes. So
Shut up.
Yeah, I kind of had to what I started off by doing was just sorry if you're one of those people that request songs like this. Any DJ that is overhearing these things, they're gonna tell you they're gonna play it and they're not gonna do it. And a couple of the very intoxicated people, I tell them, yeah, I played it. Where were you? Where you at? Yeah, I played it though. I played it. I can't play it again. I played it. You told me to play it. You weren't here. You know what I'm saying? You missed it. Bada boom, bada bang.
Yeah, it happens.
But I mean,
no, it's super cool. You did what you wanted. Versus, you know what I mean? Because like, people know what they want. They don't know what they need.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I loved about evolving. That's what I loved about my transition from Beartown Market into the RV, because I learned at Beartown Market how to mix everybody's popular songs into popular songs that I liked that I could mix into
Yeah.
songs that I really liked.
And then the other side of this is, you're the drunk at the bar, you order there. You don't, no, this is me. This is me up here. You don't like it, go somewhere else.
So that wasn't really established at Beartown Market, though, starting out, which is, I'm grateful for that, because I kind of had to, at Beartown Market, I had to play the request.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to figure out how to play your request, and then also, like, keep a variety by playing shit with your request, like, mixing into it. Shout out my friends for teaching me how to DJ electronic music before I reached the wedding DJ point, because at this point I pretty much am a wedding DJ. I'm just playing top 40, but at the same time, what I'm experienced in is dubstep, is in mixing, is in trying to cut, is in, putting spin on things. That's what
Do you want to holler at your friends?
Shout out Josh, Carrig, DJ. We're not going to say your DJ name yet. We're working on it. Josh Carrig, Andrew Echo, Jacob Berg. Those are the guys right there.
No shit.
DJ. New Bern natives, but they are out in Raleigh now. Raleigh and Durham.
No shit.
They drug my ass out here to Raleigh and Durham.
Now he's here.
Yeah, I'm the last
Now
one.
he's making moves.
I'm the last one, but they taught me how to DJ, and they taught me in a really beautiful way.
Do they DJ here?
Yes, they dibble and dabble. They do their own thing. Jacob out there doing his VJ shit, doing his visualizations. Andrew's doing his production thing. Josh doing his production thing. I'm more so the DJ guy. I'm more so the mixing. They're more so into the serious aspect of it.
Yeah.
But they taught me the ones and twos of all of it, and they're the reason that I was able to mix that style of DJ and that top 40 DJ, because that's all of New Bern. That's what they want. It's a very one lane road kind of town.
Yeah.
It's very country.
Would you, if you could live, not rock star life, but if you could live comfortably off of DJing, would you do it? Quit everything else?
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. If the Harvey Mansion paid enough to for my bills and shit.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay it, because after DJing at BTM for a while and learning how to do those little mixes, I got the gig at the Harvey. I finally did it. The Harvey Mansion. And if you're from New Bern, that's a big fucking deal. I'm playing in the basement.
3 bars in town. If you make one, you're doing good. You do 2, you're doing great.
Oh, at the time too, the Harvey was top dog. You only go to the other 2 bars if the Harvey's not letting you in.
How many people you figure live in New Bern at this time? 100? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, New Bern.
It's actually surprising a lot of people, but it's a retirement home, so your young crowd. It's not a lot.
You got their kids and their grandkids.
Yeah, exactly. It's not too many people. So when I got offered the gig at the Harvey, when I started making friends with the coworkers there, just dicking around with them, they were my heroes at the time. They were such joys to be around. And finally, they're just dude, cut that BTM shit out, man. And BTM started getting a lot more strict on what I played too. They're just try
to delegate what you couldn't play.
It started getting to that point, and I was like, I'm not getting paid enough.
Were they paying you more at the other places?
No, they actually. it was
But you're having more fun.
Yeah, I was having fun no matter what. Which is one thing I had to learn. I had to learn the hard way. I guess not even really the hard way. Just I had to learn from my friends' lessons to not be the guy to just accept the smallest amount.
No, dude, I'm a big. If you don't like your job, quit your fucking job. And I know that doesn't sound the most financially smart thing, but if you don't like your job, fucking quit your job. You can be in debt the rest of your fucking life, but I promise you, there is nothing more miserable than waking up and hating what you do.
But another thing is too, if you love your job, get paid for what you feel like it's worth. I had
or if not, in the words of B.O.B., take a fucking thank you. You know what I mean?
I had to learn that.
No.
That's what I was doing at the time. I was just accepting the cheapest gigs for a while, and that's kind of what's stirred me towards the Harvey there.
It's like chasing women. At the beginning, you just...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pretty much.
Yeah, sure. I went to the pig picking and took home the pig.
They offered me more pay. They offered me the dance floor. They said, we're not going to tell you what to play.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that is where Say Cheese, Static Cheese blew up. That is where I defined myself. That is where...
Is there a lot of, politics in fucking DJing? One DJ won't like the other DJ kind of thing?
There is now. Now that I'm learning, where I'm from, I am the DJ. Which was super kind of upsetting about my first show here, because where I'm from, it's just when I play, it's really big now, because I started off doing small town stuff, and I kind of just eventually worked myself up to where everybody's coming out to see me, and and I guess I got drunk off of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Playing around here, I was just like, this sucks. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But around here, there is a lot of politics. There is rules. There are rules. There are crowds. There are scenes. I'm slowly learning that. My buddy is really trying to teach me the ins and outs, going about it properly. Because where I'm from, you know, if I was doing this whole experience on my own, I probably would have severely fucked it up for myself. Just the way that I really believe in this music, and like I'm really passionate about it. But there is a scene, there's a drama about it, and it's kind of like a Jersey Shore kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
Do DJs dislike other DJs? Is that a thing?
Yes, it is. It is. I'm still super new to it, and so I'm still very misunderstanding about
Isn't
it.
that such a weird concept that you dislike somebody because they're doing what they want to do?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and it's like it didn't. Whenever you have the chance to listen to both of them speak on it, it's like they're so one-sided on it. But it's like whenever you're playing music, you don't seem like such a one-sided kind of person. You know, you seem like
music's such a
open. When you're playing music, you're open. You have that open-mindedness. But then I mean, whenever you're talking about it, promoting it, like whenever you have anything other to do with it than just playing it. It is so drama based. It is so opinionated. It is so one genre over the other. It is so like one artist over the other. It's all.
But you have to admit that there are some artists out there that have made it mainstream that absolutely fucking suck. Okay. I'll give you an example.
God, you have to give me one. God,
Okay, this. I'm so fucking sorry, Ashley Simpson. So Ashley Simpson did great on her records. Went to play live, absolutely sucked.
Never saw Ashley Simpson live. I don't know why anybody else would. Sorry.
Do you see my point? Do you see?
Not because you're Ashley Simpson.
I accept you as an artist. I just dislike your music. But like,
I think I know one Ashley Simpson.
I think she got in trouble for lip singing because her voice was out. Could you imagine like fake DJing? Would you be mad at DJ if he was fake DJing?
I don't think there's such thing.
If someone put a playlist on of something pre-recorded, and someone stood up at a DJ booth and pretended.
See, this has always been like a big argued about thing. In my opinion, if I am going to spend $40 to $50 to go see one of my favorite DJs,
you better be DJing, huh?
Not even necessarily. You better have you better blow my mind, and either in an aspect where you're playing some shit off the top of your head that is just like.
Or had a set list play. But what I'm saying,
if you had that shit all completely planned out, like plan it.
Not even planned out. I'm saying like they were playing, they got assassinated, and their track was still like everything was already done.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
See, no.
It's like equivalent to lip singing, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like say they put a CD on and they just sat like with a headphone in and pretended like they were mixing the whole time.
Yes, and sorry, Ashley Simpson. This is why a lot of artists don't make it doing that though. You know, like. You can tell a pre-planned set as a DJ as a pre-planned set. A lot of other DJs can be very critical about that. I don't understand why. If you're putting the time to like.
No, the pre-planned set I'm all for. I'm saying like.
Yeah, but actually like having it recorded.
Yeah, it's already recorded. It's already playing. You're pretending to do it. You're lip singing in the form of DJing. I'm beating Ashley Simpson over the fucking head right now. Who was the other one? There was some guys back in like the 80s. That got caught lip singing like on stage, and it was a big fucking deal.
All I can think of this subject is the Lizzie McGuire movie, Paolo.
Damn, taking it back to the Disney Channel.
Yeah, he was a lip syncer, bro.
Yeah. For what this is worth, I will never hate anyone for making music.
Yes.
I might dislike it, and I'll voice that, but I won't. Like, I'm not saying anything about it. The other thing I can't fathom in my mind is when people judge a musician, like Post Malone, right? He got all his tattoos all over his face. Kid looks like he's straight crawling out of a dumpster. Love you, Post Malone. Way cooler than I'll ever fucking be. And people like...
Post Malone, if you're watching this.
God, how did we get to Post Malone watching this?
I love you. I love
Dude, your music's fire. I fucking love your music. Your hair and... You got me right there, bro. No. You got me right there. So remixable too. Thank you for that. But like, people judge people instantly on what they wear and their tats and their hair. No one judged fucking Oh, I'm sure people did, but like no one judges Bob Marley now. You know what I mean? Or there's a rapper named Stitches. Are you familiar with Stitches?
No, but he sounds like he's
I think his one of his lead tracks right now is I Wanna Fuck Molly Cyrus in the Butt. I'll let you hear it. It's
alright.
It's
I like the guy already. I mean, Miley Cyrus is a hero of mine.
You might not like this, but you might. I don't know. And I also don't judge people on what they listen to.
But I mean, honestly, people like that who I just feel like
you're just stuck in the air. You know what I mean? Like you're so like, tunnel vision.
You don't have that art form. You don't have that art sense, and that's like, I could not imagine. Actually, so very much relatable. I had a friend on Facebook posted a status. She said, "Would you much rather lose the ability to read, or lose the ability to hear music?"
Well, that's easy. I can't read anyway, so I don't know what I'm missing.
So I mean, I'm reading.
Oh, that's really hard because I love books.
Right off the gate, though, I'm thinking like, I take the ability to read. Like, take it.
But then poetry.
So I'm reading the comments though, and a lot of them are saying a lot of them being very realistic about it. Like, to go through society not listening to music is one thing. To go through society and not being able to read is like almost impossible. You know, it's very hard at this point. And like some people are saying like, oh well.
Well, you probably get at least a handicap sticker to put in your car.
I'm not laughing.
Sorry.
I even saw one person go as far as to say, I would only take the ability to read because I could write poems and get the closest.
Yeah, poetry was like.
And get the closest feeling to music.
Now, when you say you can't hear music, can you not hear people?
You can hear people talk. You cannot hear music.
So you wouldn't really lose rap. You just take the beat away.
Exactly.
You know, and lose the chorus.
Which was his point. And when he said that, I thought to myself, I was just like, you know what? After reading all these other comments about how people would take reading over music, like, what would it be for you? I mean, obviously, like, thinking about, like, my life as an entirety. Like, I'm 25, I'm young, so I've got at least, hopefully, at least 50 more years. What would be more beneficial for me? To be able to read or be able to listen to music?
Yeah, but think about where your sex life would go.
It'd be non-existent if I could.
Yeah, if you like,
I wouldn't even want to get laid. Like,
I am so sorry for all the other girls that are gonna hear this.
Sexual without music.
That I have slept with, but like, if I didn't have music, I would have no rhythm in my hips. If without music, you'd lose rhythm. You wouldn't know what rhythm is, unless you already had it before.
I guarantee you, scientifically speaking, the majority of people would take that. Though they would take that, just in a generalized speaking. But honestly, after thinking about it, even after what he said. The poem thing, the feeling, the emotional feeling that you can still get from artistry, visually, poetically, which, I mean, he's very right on that, but But
I've heard more beats and songs that have given me chills than I've read poems and books.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm a hearing person,
and like,
a music person.
In the words of Outkast, drip, drip, drop, there goes an eargasm. That is a real fucking thing. I mean, I know you've heard a song in your life that has hit you at the right moment, at the right time, and you're like, all your hair stands up, and you're like, God damn.
I know you're not a pimp, remember what I taught you.
But here's the other side of that, right? You'd never be able.
I wanted to start to set out with that. Cut this part out of the video. Just like super slow. I know you're not a pimp, remember what I taught you. Just like lights everywhere. Keep your heart. Your art.
No, but like, if you couldn't read, then you couldn't look up the songs that you wanted to hear, because then you couldn't write. That's some fucking thoughts right there.
I mean,
and you would really have to listen to what some people say in the songs, because you would never be able to look up the lyrics.
It would make pursuing music very hard. It would make being a musician very hard. But
the other side is you could hire someone to fucking read for you. You could go to like third grade classes and be like,
all the way into it. But I mean, like,
you just have to have a baby early on and be like, read all my books.
A simple basis, like, you know, standpoint.
Adopt.
I'd much rather be able to listen to music.
If you had to have someone read for you for the rest of your life, who would it be? Go celebrity so everyone knows who they are. I feel like Morgan Freeman would be a good one.
To read for me.
Like if you couldn't read and you had to have someone read everything to you, like out loud to you.
In character, I'm taking Adam. Adam from Workaholics.
Okay. I might take a girl because, like, sometimes you want that seductive voice. Holly Berry has a nice voice.
Yeah, no, you distracted me from making music, and now I want to jack off all the time. Yeah.
I beat my dick like it owes me money. It's the only thing they can't get pregnant. I'm so scared shitless of having kids. Like, I don't even know, like...
It gets deep.
I don't go deep. I just fuck the sides up.
His future wife, she's not scared anymore.
Ideal future wife is probably going to be a blow-up doll.
I hope I'm here at the wedding, so I'm looking at you just like this.
I will play this part if I ever get married. Would you get married?
Oh yeah, it's that's actually
To a girl?
preferably.
I mean, if he's rich, right?
And that's actually that's like a highlight of my life that I foresee.
Yeah?
I would definitely DJ my own wedding.
You DJ your own wedding?
Oh yeah, a celebration of love. I mean, obviously, I love music. I love love. I love women.
What if you fell in love with a woman and she used to be a man? How would that DJ session go? Yeah.
Could never see it happening. Could never see it happening.
You never know, dude.
But you never know.
Surgeries are crazy nowadays.
Yeah, but you never know.
I was watching this shit about, like, the Kardashians and shit and all their plastic surgery and stuff. And I think Joe Rogan refers to it as diaper butt. And I fucking looked at their shit. But both these beers got, like, shit in the bottom, too, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's the sediment. Thank you, local breweries.
You fucking gave me.
These are...
Is this our microphone?
No, the glasses are clean. But I was like looking at them and I was like, the length that we go through to make the opposite sex attracted to us, or the sex that we want attracted to us. You know what I mean? Because I guess if you're gay, you do things. You know what I mean? Think about this. Like, when you get out of bed and you put on fresh clothes, are you dressing for you or are you dressing to impress people? You know what I mean?
And that's honestly one thing that I can say that I'm really happy about moving to Raleigh for, because I mean, I not only just for the music, I moved to Raleigh like getting out of a bad relationship, so it's like whenever I get to Raleigh, do I really want to impress a girl? No, not in the fucking slightest. Like I would love to not to be impressive,
Impressing girls.
And to be impressive to a girl. I kind of just want to like do my own thing, and I want to look at myself the way that I've always thought of girls to look at me. Like after going through that relationship, I'm kind of at a point where it's just like, hey man, you were playing music before to make girls dance, but now like maybe you're doing it for you. Maybe you're a whole lot fucking happier when you're playing it to make your fucking self dance. And that's actually how I got booked to play that first show here in Raleigh. Some random guy came over. At the time,
I was just about to say. Keep going.
At the time, he was random. As of now, he's a good friend. Very soon to be a roommate. But at the time, he was random. But I just moved here to Raleigh, and all I know at this point is work at Stir and going to the Tuesday night Sub Rosa special. That's all I know.
We ran into each other. This is how this podcast happened, by the way.
So a couple weeks before I met Joe there, which I've known Joe from work, but I saw him there at Sub Rosa a couple weeks later. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But a couple weeks beforehand, I met this guy at Sub Rosa, and he was a really cool guy. We sat there, we jammed, we danced together, we took a couple shots. It was this, that, and whatever. And me and my buddy plan on going back to his house. We are going to throw down a little bit of a mix. We're going to invite some people over. He's like, you're getting out of a relationship. There's some girls here. Let's invite them over. And I'm just like, yeah, I can care less for them. I kind of just want to play music in front of people because I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, well, we can do a little bit of both. So, sure enough, he invites some people over, and not a lot of people come over. It's just this guy, like maybe a couple girls, don't remember any of their names now except for my buddy Brandon. I haven't seen either of them since, but they all came over and we were all jamming for a while, and I was doing that thing again where I felt like I had to impress these people. I'm here in Raleigh, like I need to make an impression, so I'm kind of just like going through my folder, like being super anxious, like kind of just dropping banger after banger. And then all the random people left, and it's kind of just like me and my best friend and this one guy I don't know. And I stepped down from DJing because I just felt like this guy was judging me. I just felt like every time I played a song, he was really watching me, and I just didn't like it. Because I know everybody here in Raleigh, they know how to DJ. Like, I'm definitely stepping into the game with a lot less knowledge than a lot of these other people. And he's also playing too, so between the three of us, I decided to step down from DJing. And I sat there and watched them go back and forth between each other. And then my best friend, he's just like, oh, well, let me play a couple of things songs. He's playing a couple of mixes that I made, and he's kind of like dropping some of my favorite songs. And he says, hey, come up here and play. Come up here and play. Like actually just play. And I was like, you know what? Nobody else is here. Fuck it, whatever. It's my best friend, this random guy. I'm kind of drunk at this point. Fuck it. And I started dropping songs that I'm comfortable with, songs that I know, the songs that like I necessarily wouldn't play in front of people.
But, what were you mixing?
A lot of heavier dubstep, heavy metal mixes.
Okay.
Phase One is one of my favorite artists. Phase One actually, I almost said is my favorite artist, but Midnight Tyrannosaurus is definitely my favorite artist right now. But Phase One is definitely a close number 2. But he mixes a heavy metal and a dubstep element that also invokes like a rhythm kind of touch to it. And I love rhythm right now, so I started off playing a couple of Phase One tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of my personal favorites, some of my secrets is what I call them. I'm really good about finding underground music and kind of just like keeping them to myself. And anytime I feel comfortable around people, like I'll play them out. But
I'm the complete opposite. The minute I find some underground shit, I just want to blast it to everyone.
yeah, no. But when I find some underground shit, I'm just like, ooh.
Like when Hobson was like underground, and like when like Vinny Paz was underground, I was like, y'all gotta hear this shit. Like,
Yep. But when it comes to like dubstep and like that solid music, hitting people with that surprise element is really where you get like the most.
yeah, because they want to go know where it's from, and like, well, I heard it here first, you know.
Yeah, so I gave this guy like the complete switch up vibe, and playing with my best friend, Josh. I know you're gonna watch this because you support everything I do. But playing with Josh, he really encourages me to do better. He encourages me.
Yeah, it's like the best kind of friends too.
And he was there, and he was one of the people I was going back to back with, and I went. It was just the three of us just going back to back, and every time Josh played, he'd be like, "All right, Lathaniel, come on," and I'd go up there, and I'd actually do really good. Like I was really surprised.
Isn't it so weird, like in the least homo way possible, like when another dude gives you like real props on some shit? Like, so I rolled jiu-jitsu, right? All right, so I'll put this in retrospect. I've been seeing other girls and shit and all this good stuff, and sorry, it doesn't matter. And like, you know, they're like, oh, you're so funny, you're so smart, blah blah blah, all that good shit. The girls say, you know what I mean? And like, don't get me wrong, I do the same thing. Like, oh, you're so funny, you're so smart. Let's get naked. But like, I rolled jiu-jitsu, and I had 3 really good rolls back to back. Rolls like when you wrestle around, and when you're fucking covered in sweat and your buddy's like, dude, that was your best roll tonight, and then they do it again and you roll with someone else like, that was your best roll. It's like, that will hit you.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like you know, you like in the least scariest way possible, like, who, me? Like, you're like,
seriously though.
You know, and like it's like, damn, and like, because like you think you're killing it, but then when someone else says you're killing it, that moment of euphoria, it's.
But see, I'm almost the opposite.
Or even random people.
I'll go to somebody and I'm just like, all right, so keep it real with me, seriously. Like, tell me how bad I did. They're just like, it wasn't bad at all. And I'm just like, you're a fucking liar.
You're a fucking liar. You fucking cut you.
But he's always been a friend of mine that's like, he'll tell me like, hey, you could have eased into this transition a little bit better, but for the most part, just like everything else was fucking awesome. So
yeah.
He's inspired me to do everything. He inspired me to move.
Dude, constructive criticism is the best.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like.
That's what I thrive from it. I love it. I love constructive criticism because I mean it really only makes you better in the end.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because like, without other people telling you that what you're doing wrong, you'll never know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they can see. You can look at yourself in a mirror all day, but that mirror doesn't look back at you. You know. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes it does.
The mirror's not going to tell you.
Hardcore.
You know?
The mirror is like the worst one.
Oh God, I've had mornings where I woke up with like 4 pimples on my face. I'm like, what the fuck, Sasquatch? Like, I don't know. Good shit.
Actually, one of my favorite sets that I've ever played. I did not record it because I thought it was the shittiest thing I'd ever done. And it's just one of those you win, you lose type of
Yeah. I feel like my best moments in music have been with like 5 people sitting around a campfire, or like drunk at a shed in the shed, you know, like, or like just dumb shit, you know, absolute dumb shit.
Those are the ones who embrace though.
No, you're right. All right, if you weren't doing music, what would you do?
If I were not doing music,
Race cars, go to the moon, military.
God, honestly, if I were not doing music, I probably wouldn't be here. I mean, I've went through some like super depressing times.
Yeah, no, I feel you on
But yeah,
that.
if I were not doing it, but I mean, realistically, I honestly don't know. Honestly, don't know. I know I've been doing the restaurant thing for a while. I have confidence in it. I'm sure I would have pursued a restaurant career, but as far as how that would have gone, I've never felt passion for anything other than music.
It's crazy because like I've had feelings for people, but I've never had feelings the way I've had feelings for music.
Oh yeah. No,
It's changed my life in so many different ways. And you ever like look at other artists and see the shit they've gone through, and like you're like, damn, bro, like, and you feel it in their music. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I vibe real hard with fucking Corey Taylor. He's the lead singer of Slipknot, and he has some songs out there. It's just like, dude, I don't know where the fuck your head was when you wrote this shit, but you definitely showed me.
Yeah, Ray Volpe put out a track just like that for me, and it was fucking. I was like, you know what, dude? We were right here. We were right here. We did it at the same time, but. And that's why I definitely strive to make this music thing a career for me, because
I think you got it.
I would love just to be able to put out a mix and not even necessarily profit off of it, just make enough to live off of it.
That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. I don't care if I'm rich or not. I just love, you know, even like doing this podcast shit. Like, I mean, like, I don't want to be rich. I just want it to pay for itself. You know what I mean? It'd be super cool if I could be like, yo, like, it's my buddy. He's a DJ. He's gonna lay down some tracks for like 5 minutes, and then you know, like I could throw you like $100 and be like, you know, that would make my fucking day. You know what I mean? And like going back, if you're good at something, get fucking paid for it. You know what I mean? Like nothing's free in this world, even though I think everything should be. But that's like a whole other thing. Like,
but I mean, draw that line. Do what you love. Do not be a stickler. There are those people out there. Sometimes, I mean.
What time is it? What do you say we hit the bar?
Want to say bar?
There's a bar next door.
Oh.
It's my fucking birthday. We're gonna go get fucked up. All right. You want to holler at anyone? You want to throw your tags in here real quick?
Say cheese. Keep an ear out for me in here in Raleigh. I'm really trying to push this shit.
Instagram.
Melodic vibes, rhythm vibes, true dubstep. Find me on Instagram.
This guy's fucking amazing.
Say cheese. Facebook, say cheese. If you're taking a picture, hashtag say cheese. Live your life, plur. Seriously.
Lathaniel, man. Thanks, buddy, for coming on.